Good evening, everybody. I can see Facebook is on, so let's get the YouTube working. Where are you, YouTube? Here we go. So I think I'm working on both platforms. We are. I'm just getting connected. Ooh, that will be marvellous if I can get it going. So come on. Let's get you all logged in. Hi, Jeanette. So Jeanette is on Facebook, so I'm flicking between two places at the minute. So let's see where I am. Here we go. I think we're working. We are, I think. Hi Helen, hi Shell, hi Kathleen. Oh, marvellous. So I am actually on two platforms. Woohoo! That's bloody marvellous. Thanks, Julia, because I checked with Julia earlier how to do this. So I'm going to flick between both places. Hi Di, hi Debbie, hi Christina, hi Pam, hi Judy. Right, so it's clearly better for you guys if I multi-stream, because then it just makes it easy for you. You can either be on Facebook or you can be on YouTube, which just makes the job easier for you all. So I'm quite excited about this one because it's something a little bit different. Hi Pat. So I'm currently saying hello to people on two different places, which might bug you, but there's not a lot I can do about it because we're on two places. Oh, that's just awful, Elaine. Imagine visitors turning up. Right, so I'll just give it a second and let everybody get logged in who wants to get logged in before I start doing anything. So I missed you the other day, Di. Where were you the other night? Or did you message me? I think I read a message, but it wouldn't let me open it properly, which was a bit odd. So hi Valerie, it is very hot. So apologies if you can hear the fan in the background, because I'm not turning it off. It's too warm in here. Right, so there's a lot to do tonight. Double work trying to read comments on both platforms. I know you're right. I'll just flick between the two, I think, because it's probably easier. I did try opening two windows on the computer in front of me so that I could see, the computer's right in front of me there, so I could see two places in one go, but it wouldn't let me do it. I couldn't move the window on the Facebook page, which is a bit of a pain in the neck, but I'll try and fix that for next time so that I know, so that I can see both places on one screen in front of me, just to make the job a little bit easier. So here we go. So let's take this screen off, and I'm going to quickly run through what I'm using tonight, because I'm using a couple of things that we've not used before, and I've been desperate to get hold of these, the Foundry Waxes from Ranger. It says wax, they're a little bit different. I'll talk to you a little bit about these when I come to use them. I'm not going to spend ages on them. I'm going to use them on all my flowers, but I want to try and show you some different techniques, something we've not used before. So I'm going to run through the regulars first. So let me just say hello to everybody I've not spoken to already. So regardless of which platform you are watching on, it's easier on Facebook. Watched on YouTube but couldn't comment. That's fine, Di. I mean, at the end of the day, if you can watch on two different places, it just makes the job. Hi David, you made it after all. That's brilliant. If you've got two different choices of where to watch, it just makes it easier. As long as I'm only doing the job once, all I've got to do is flick between two places to keep up with the comments. But I promise you, whichever platform you're watching on, I will read the comments later on once I've calmed down and had a coffee. I've also got to try and do a run tonight as well, because I've not had time today. Hi Mel, have you already packed? So everybody, if you don't already know, Karen Lever, who you've just seen say evening, for those of you that don't know, Karen's my sister who manages the Sheffield shop for me, and she's going on holiday tomorrow, so hopefully you're already packed. Right, so quickly let me run through what I'm using. It's a little bit different tonight. It's a different project. You've never seen this before. Hi Elaine. And something a little bit different, like I said. So fabulous. Still going to be beautiful, of course. We only do fabulous here. But it just gives you a different idea, hopefully. It's something I've seen, I don't know where I saw it ages ago. And I thought, I'm going to have a go at that, and I've never had a chance. Right, so let's run through what I'm using. So I'm using the double debossed circle dies, and all will become clear when I show you the card shape, because I've used these to create the actual cutout, the cutaway section from the card that I'm making tonight. So the double debossed circles, and these are better than the stitched torn circles, because I'll get a true circle rather than the jaggedy edge from the stitched torn. So I'm going to pop these down here because I don't need them again. Oh, I do. I'll leave them there because I do need them. I want to show you how I've done this. Then we're using a couple of flowers. Surprise, surprise. Phil messaged you about the craftathon. Absolutely died. Now, when I came... so apologies for you watching on YouTube. I'm just replying to Di on Facebook. I did see your message, Di, and I couldn't see the dates on my Google Calendar, but I've got them now. So I will do the Facebook post tomorrow about the craftathons and the next online workshops, because I've got dates for those as well. I might message you later, Di. So let's just flick back to YouTube. Number 2, son and his wife are training for the marathon in September. The reason why... Oh, that's fabulous, Caroline. I'm not running like that, yeah. I don't think I'm fit enough for that. So, on both platforms, good evening to everybody I've not spoken to already. Hopefully you've got a lovely coffee or a drink and you sat watching. And it's something a bit different. I've got my curtains shut, the fan blaring, and I've got my shirt sleeves rolled up. So I'm using the Shabby Blossoms tonight. And for a change, I've teamed up the Shabby Blossom flower dies with the Dotty Daisies, because I love my daisy dies, and I keep forgetting because I've got the shabby ones as well. So I've moved on to the Shabby Blossoms and the Dotty Daisies. So these are obviously going to work together to make some pretty flowers. And there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's just 9 on this card. I'm also going to be using the Shabby Foliage, which is, you know, I love this one because we've got the big fronds, the smaller one with the 3, then the 2, and then the individual leaves. So I'm using the Shabby Foliage tonight. I'm also going to use the Leafy Fronds. It's one of my first foliage dies that I ever did. And I know we've not got much stock of this. So if you haven't yet got the Leafy Fronds, you need to be pretty sharpish. It's just a really delicate, pretty one. Let me show you. Look, you've got the deboss detail as you would expect. So that's the leafy fronds. I've also used the Splendid Swirls. So these are all dies up to now. Splendid Swirl dies. You don't get 4, you get 2. just so we're clear, you get 2 of these. I've just got 4 so that I can cut 2 the same direction at a time. Judy's got 2 laptops going, one on Facebook and one on YouTube. That's fabulous. Now that's dedication, Judy. Hi, Cara. So hi to everybody I've not spoken to already. So Splendid Swirls, which are obviously a must-have. You can't have too many. Flourish dies. And they're a good size. I'm also using one of the big background stamps. And this is the Vintage Daisies. So if I just bring that in, you can see you've got some open daisies, you've got some solid daisies, lots of foliage in there. You've got the lines for the journal page. And this is one of the, that's got butterflies in as well, look. And this is one of the A5 backgrounds. And I'm going to be using this on the background of this card. So I'll leave that to one side. Now, last time we did the Facebook and YouTube live, I think it was, we used the Compendium of Sentiments, and I'm going to use these again tonight. Now I've found them again, I can't stop using them. So the Compendium of Sentiments, for those of you that don't know, is the one that gives you all the the happy birthday just for you with love, best wishes, all the everyday essential sentiments, but it gives you them in 4 different styles. So this is decorative tastic, bit of a mouthful I know, which is where you've got all these decorative fonts. So you've got that one with the daisies, with the flourishes and so on. Then you've got beautifulistic, and I think I might use this one tonight. So beautifulistic is the one that's got lots of swirls and it's very elegant. I'm going to leave that there. Then you've got grungy-filistic. Oh, I might use that one instead. Got lots of choices. This is why I did the compendium. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? Happy birthday there. So you've got the grungy-filistic, and you've also got bold-tastic. So the grungy and the bold-tastic are obviously good for your masculine type cards as well. And then I'm using the chalk paste, which I'm going to get to in a second. David, were you at the open day when we opened the new Sheffield shop? So I'm just flicking to Facebook. Hi Jean, oh bless you. Hi Teresa, hi to everybody I've not spoken to. Oh Dean, you can comment. Hi June. I had to wait for the, how's she doing June? Does anyone have a money tree? Sorry Shirley. Hi Jeanette. Hi Janice. At least it's worked. I'm glad now, because it's nice to be on 2 different places. It means we get everybody. Right, so we're using the greyboard from the compendium that I did last year. It is still available individually, and hopefully, if I've done this properly, in the description of the video today tonight, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, I should have put quick links to everything for you. So if you're wanting to pop any of these into your shopping basket on the website while I'm yakking and doing boring bits, you can click on the links and just keep adding things to your basket while I'm doing this, and then you won't miss out. So this is obviously the Butterflies greyboard, and I know we're getting low on the greyboard because I use it so often. I'm also using the classic flourish embossing folder, and I did forget to put the, that's all right Michelle. Hi Jennifer, hi Hope. So I'm using the classic flourish embossing folder. I did forget to put the link on the description for the embossing folders. Sorry. And we're doing a completely different colour. Let me show you this, look. How about that for a colour palette? Now I love neutral colours, you know I do. So we've got ground espresso, distress oxide, which we're going to be watering down with the on the background with the big background daisy stamp. And then this chalk paste, which I got this in specially for the open day of the new shop. I'm saying new shop, it's not new anymore, but at the time. And I got all the colours that they had in stock. This product is amazing. And I know if you're watching on Facebook, oh good June. If Di is still watching on Facebook, Di will tell you, because I encouraged her to purchase a few of these when she came to the open day of the new shop, and it's absolutely fabulous, this product. Anybody that knows me knows that I love chalky finishes. I absolutely love chalky finishes. It's like paint. I like eggshell paint because it dries chalky, and that's what you're going to get with this product. It's amazing. It's not a texture paste, it's a chalk paste. It's completely different, but you can use it as a texture paste. You can use it through your stencils. You can use it to add texture to any of your embellishments. I'm actually going to paint with this tonight onto this grey board, and then we're going to use the Foundry Wax over the top, so you can mix it with other products, and I'm just going to show you it. So this is the russet, which is a beautiful, beautiful chocolatey brown. Do they come in a variety of colours? They absolutely do, Jacqueline. Again, I've popped a link to the chalk paste on the description of the live, so you can. It's Prima chalk paste. It is Prima redesigned chalk paste, and tonight I'm using russet and I'm using cocoa. Oh, look at these colours. So what happens with this, and I'm going to show, I can't wait to show you. I will get to it. It's just important for me to show you everything before I start. What we will end up with is a lovely dry chalky finish. It's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I think it's $10.99 a pot, but trust me, these pots go a long, long, long way. When I did those big mixed media canvases for my family last Christmas, I used the white, and I think the white is out of stock, or there's only 1 or 2 left. I will reorder as soon as I get a chance. I use the white on the background over my texture paste, so you can actually use this over regular texture paste, over paint, over gilding wax, over just about anything. It's amazing. And because it's $10.99 a pot, what I would say to you is same as I did dye when dye was in the shop in on the open day. It does look like melted Cadbury chocolate, you're right. I did talk everyone into buying it, Bev, you're absolutely right. But I'll tell you something, hi Elaine, it's not a problem. And they are absolutely worth the money. Hi Lorraine, oh, are you better, darling? It's nice to see you. So put them to one side. I'm also using the champagne crystal gemporium because the gold is nice with the chocolate colours. And we're nearly there. I'm going to show you the 3 colours of cardstock that I've used tonight, because it's one of the questions I get asked a lot about the colours that I use, and I love coordinating colours, as you know. So what I've got here is warm stone. So the lightest one is warm stone. The middle tone, which I'm just going to look at that. Oh, lovely colour palette. This one is coffee bean, and this dark one here is, hopefully you can tell that that's brown and it's not black. This one, this lovely dark brown, is called Chocolate Bliss, and it's all from my premium cardstock collection, which is all on the website. And I'm just going to show you because I think they look lovely as they are. I think they look gorgeous as they are, but you know, when you put white next to it, look how classy that looks when you've got a white card blank. Everybody always thinks you need to have cream with chocolate tones or brown tones, and you absolutely don't. White looks amazing with brown tones. So that's the card I'm using. And the Foundry Wax, right, the Foundry Wax, we only got it the other day, and already half of the stock has gone. So what I'm going to suggest to you is, if you like what I do with this when I get to it, get your orders in pretty sharpish, because I'm suspecting this is going to be one of those products that goes out of stock really quickly, and it takes ages to get back in. So I'm not going to go into as much detail as Tim does with this. What I'm going to say to you is, if you go on Julia's Facebook page, Julia posted a link from Tim Holtz to his YouTube channel, and Tim goes through everything about the Foundry Wax. So it is what he was saying was, it is a wax, but it's like in a liquid form. So traditionally, like your gilding waxes that all go hard and everything, they have beeswax in them. This is a liquid wax that you actually activate with heat. So I'm going to be using the heat tool on top of it. And because it's a liquid, it means you can now drop it into your flowers, drop it onto your greyboard, do whatever you want with it, then heat it up, and it actually does look like proper molten metal. So the colours we've got here are gilded, which is actually, oh, where are we? Gilded, which is the gold. Mind, which is like a copper colour. Sterling, which is silver, obviously. And then he's called this one statue, but statue is like a bronzy colour. Yeah. So I'm not going to use them all tonight. I'm going to use the gold because I've got gold extras to go on my card. And we're going to put this over the top. I'm just going to show you another thing before I get started. So on the packaging for the Distress Foundry Wax, It shows you how, it tells you how to get started with it, how to use it. And it's got I'm going to shake this, it's got a little ball bearing in that. I don't know whether you can hear that, I'm trying not to rattle the desk. And Tim was saying that each of them have a different viscosity. So when you get them home, the silver one, for example, is really thick compared to the others. And he said, please don't think that you've got one that's faulty because it's thicker. It's because of the amount of metal that's in them to get the best results. It's taken him since 2019, he was saying, to get these right. And I believe him because I know him. So just read the instructions on the back. It does tell you they are the Fabulous Caroline. It does give you a couple of little warnings here about not breathing in fumes, etc, etc, being in a ventilated room. We get warnings on lots of products, and it does say you can apply them with a dry brush or with your finger. So I'm going to use my finger tonight, but after watching Tim, he said you can clean your hands with warm soapy water, or use like an alcohol wash, a hand wash that we've all got now, and that will get rid of it. But I'm putting a glove on. I don't want that all over my finger. Thank you very much, Mr. Tim. Right, so I'm going to get a drink first because I've never stopped talking for the last 20 minutes. I'm just going to flick to Facebook and see what I'm missing. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Janice. You don't need a heat tool. It does look fantastic. We'll have to get some. June, honestly, they're fabulous. They're fabulous, and I know what's going to happen. It's not like a gilding wax. So these, because it's a liquid, they're never going to go hard in the bottle. But you can still do all the things you can do with a gilding wax with this. And he was saying that as soon as it's open, like if you put some on your mat here, as soon as the air gets to it, it changes consistency. So it's a liquid when you pour it out, and as soon as it starts to dry, and then it turns into a cream, and then eventually it will turn into dust and evaporate if you just leave it. So obviously I love that. I love the fact that you can do all that. Oh, Elaine's not very well. Hope you feel better soon, darling. It's the weather. I've had a fuzzy head all day. So this is the layout for tonight. Sorry, I'm just getting a drink. If I don't drink, I'm going to end up coughing all over you all, and I don't want to. Still think the most incredible warning was the one on the laundry label saying remove child before washing. That's fabulous. That's brilliant. I'm just going to remind everybody to please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And please continue to like and share so we can build up our audience, because I'm doing this for you twice a week now. And all the products that I am using tonight, assuming they are in stock, will be available on the website at honeypotcrafts.co.uk. Right, so let's get cracking on this card. I love the shape, and I think this is going to look amazing as a Christmas card with poinsettias. If I get time at some point, it's the weather, Emma. This kind of weather affects my head terrible. I'm a migraine sufferer anyway, so this kind of weather just knocks me for six. Plus I've been working non-stop all day. Get your violins out, everybody. So you can see what I'm doing with the flowers. I've done nothing with them except for cut them out, because I want to do the Foundry Wax live, so you see exactly what I'm doing. So I've literally cut them out and left them. All my other bits are in here. My emergency stash, just in case 9 flowers isn't enough. So I'm going to pop these to one side, and the first thing we're going to do is the chalk paste. But I'm going to just show you how I've created this shape on this card. Let me just move these flowers to the side. I love different shapes, and getting the most out of your dies I just think is amazing, especially when you've invested in big dies. Right, so this is what I've got here. So this is my 8x8 card blank. I know, Cara. I know the feeling. That'll be that. Hopefully, Jacqueline. So this is an 8x8 card blank. I'm just going to flick to Facebook so I can see what everybody's doing. I'm looking at both. Thank you, Teresa and Bev. They've got the violins out for me. Yeah, the flowers look amazing in these colours, don't they? So this is an 8x8 card blank, and I've just taken, make some space on my desk. So a little tip for you: when you do this, try and when you cut it with your card open. I think you just get a better finish. Let's just see which one it was I used. It was this one. So I literally went just over halfway, look, with the circle die, just over halfway, and cut that out. So just over halfway, and the reason I've gone, you can do it wherever you want really, but I've gone just over halfway because that then allows me to get my big flowers on and pop the sentiment. The sentiment is going to be floating across the open space. You can absolutely pop acetate behind there as well and create an acetate window, but I wanted an open floating sentiment. I didn't want it sticking to anything. So that is the first one. So just choose which size you want, cut it, and then your front bit's done. Points to bear in mind, I'm just going to bring this a little bit closer. So when you're measuring this, because it's not really easy to measure and be spot on perfect. So can you see I've got the same distance more or less from at the top as I have at the bottom, and then you know that the circle is central, so that you know that it's sitting in the right place. So then after I did that, you know me well enough to know that I want to layer on top of that. I want another layer so I can do all my stampy, splatty techniques on it. So this was a little bit trickier. So what I've got here, look, is a perfect layer now. I'll just bring that in and show you. So I've now got a double aperture, if you like, on that piece of card. Absolutely it would, Emma. It will also look good with the new ones that are coming in a few weeks. So we've now created a double aperture effect just from two circle dies. And I knew that this was going to be a little bit trickier to get spot on, so I'm going to show you how I did it. If I find my piece of card. So on your top layer, oh, that's the wrong one. I'll do it on this one. I'll do it on this one because it's a bit smaller. So pretend this is not embossed. Pretend this is just a plain piece of card. So you would put that in position so that it's sitting perfectly as your regular matten layer. Just bring that down a bit. So it's perfectly in position. You would take the next size die up and you would put that in position. I'm just try and get it straight so it makes more sense to you. I want you to get this right because it would annoy me if you did it and it didn't work for you. So I'm just going to turn it on its side to make it easy for you to see. So can you see where we've got the cutaway section still showing from underneath the first matten layer? So you would take your next size die up, and I've just moved everything. I knew I was going to make this awkward. And you would just put it in position so that you've got the same amount showing from the cutout underneath on the top and the bottom, or the left and the right in this case, what I'm showing you. And then you would position that, you would stick that on your card, on your top layer, using your removable tape. I'm not going to do this because I've already done it, obviously. So get it exactly, or as near as you can, the same distance there as there. Tape that to the inside section, cut it out, and And then you end up with an absolutely bob-on perfect layer with the same amount of circles showing all the way through. Now how fab is that? So remember, I've done this with a circle. You could absolutely do this with a square, with an oval, or any of the charming dies you could do that with. So that is the front of the card, and then the inside of the card, I've just done another layer of white, and then I've done the embossing folder. So when this card is standing like this, you're going to be able to see the sentiment floating there, and that lovely embossed piece behind it. Whew. Right, take a breath, Phil. Take a breath. So we're going to start with, oh no we're not. We're going to do the chalk paste on these flowers first. On these, what do you call them? Butterflies. Butterflies. I'm just going to use an old piece of kitchen roll for this. I'm sweating in my room already. So I only want 3 butterflies from this. So I'm actually going to pop the butterflies out before I paint them. Yeah, try it. Emma, if you get time, try it with the ovals and show me what it looks like, because I never had time today. I'm feeling everyone better late than never. That's alright, Betty, at least you're here. Construction off the page, yeah, you're right, Shirley. It's just something a little bit different, isn't it? Right, I'm just checking what I've missed on Facebook, as long as it's not on the fiddle. Gee. Oh, Lee, I never knew that. Sorry, everybody. Lee's just saying he had a new pacemaker last Friday. Oh, bless you. Well, I hope you're taking it easy and recovering properly. Oh. Right. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm doing 2 little giveaways. And I thought, do you know what? I thought instead of giving stamps away, let's give some of the tools away for a change. So on YouTube tonight, so at the very end of the demo, I will choose from the comments randomly on YouTube, and somebody on YouTube will win the full set of my precision tweezers. So you've got the bullet nose, the fine point, and the angled, and they're worth $14.99. So somebody will win a set of these at the end of the demo on YouTube. And on Facebook, somebody is going to win both of my pokey tools. So the 2 different sorts of pokey tools. So the spear one that I use all the time, and the fine point one. And also the twin pack of the pickup tools. So I will choose somebody from the comments at the end of the demo on Facebook to win this little tool set, and that's worth 12 quid. So how about, look at this, look, it must be the sun. I never give things away, and I've given loads of stuff away. I just thought it's something nice to do at the end of a demo. Right, so I only want three butterflies from this, and I'm just going to have a look at how much space I've got so I can see which ones I want. So shall I have, I'm going to have, I only want little ones. I'm going to have that one. Right, now, now do I have 3 the same, or do I have 3 that are different? Decisions. 3 the same, or 3 that are different. I'm a bit OCD, so 3 the same. So I'm having 3 that are the same, just because I can. And I'm only doing the small ones because these are going to actually sit on top of the flowers, so I only want the little ones. So I'm going to use the chalk paste. So it tells you on here, it says create unique and beautiful textures and designs with our redesigned chalk paste, used with stencils and dabbing brushes or on its own. This fast drying paste has a chalk like finish effect and perfect for home decor and silk screen applications. but I'm actually going to paint with it. So you can stipple with it. So if you have any of the lovely little stipple brushes that from Finna Bear, you can actually stipple this on and you will get texture. You can put it on with a spatula onto your canvases, put it on direct to get texture. But I'm going to paint with this because I can. And I'm going to do 2 in the dark brown and 1 in the russet. And I'm literally going to use what's on the lid. Let me just find a little brush. This one will suffice. Same but different sizes. Yeah, same butterfly, 3 different sizes. Just found one on YouTube, so watching Facebook on TV and YouTube on your phone. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, crikey, Denise. 3 that are, so you've all said 3 that are different, and I've gone for 3 that are the same but different sizes. Put him in a raffle. Oh, you are funny. Got the poker tools ages ago when I was using them at the craft shop. I ended up having to send for 7 sets. Do you know what? The poker tools are amazing. The tweezers are as well. So then if you don't win them tonight, oh no, you won't because you're watching on Facebook, Jackie. But the tweezers are an absolute must-have. You see me using them all constantly. Right, so I'm going to paint these now. Oh, I'm just flicked on the wrong screen. Oh, it's right, that just confused me because I thought I was talking to YouTube and I was talking to Facebook. So I'm literally just going to paint this on. And you can, this is already starting to dry with the heat on in my room. So I'm literally going to paste this on. And yes, it's a paste. In fact, let me show you the consistency because it's like a cream. Let me show you the oh, let's just get that in focus. Come on, camera, get in focus. We want to be able to, there you go. So this is like a cream look. So rather than a paste, it is like a cream. And this is already starting to dry, chalky. Oh, this product is amazing. I so wish I'd thought of this. Particularly because I love chalky finishes. So thank you, Prima, because this stuff is awesome. That's starting to dry already. Wait till I show you that when it's dry. I'm just going to do the little one with the same colour. No undercoat. Don't need any gesso. Don't need any primer. I'm just going straight on. And remember, you can use this through your stencils like a regular texture paste. It's just that I wanted to have some lovely dark... If I show you, look. Oh, let me just put this down first. I wanted to have some lovely dark embellishments. Look how fab they look with that card. And that is nearly dry. That is already nearly dry. So I'm just going to clean my brush. Oops, yep, right place. I might put some texture on. There's loads in this, look. Loads. Do put the lid on and seal it. Oh. Let me show you this baby wipe. Let me show you this wipe. It looks like I've been eating chocolate. That's amazing. Amazing. Right, here we go. So that is almost dry already. Well, for the big one is literally dry. My fingers, however, are not. They are now. And then we're going to come to the russet, which is a kind of a cocoa-y brown, really, a chocolatey milk chocolate. So we've kind of got a dark chocolate and a milk chocolate. And why not? When you can have both, why wouldn't you? Remember, you can actually water this down and paint with it as well. You have to paint relatively quickly because it does start to dry quickly. Oh, this colour is amazing. This colour is fabulous. That is fabulous. Wait till I show you that dark brown one now, because it's completely dry. It's completely dry. Can you buy that? Can you buy that bit separate? I've missed. No, I'm using gloves for the. I'm using gloves for the Foundry Wax. Janice. Denise, what have I missed? Emma, can you buy that bit separately? Oh, hi Mark, thank you. Hi Heather, nice to see you on here. You finally worked out how to do a comment. Not yet Phil, but I'm sure Phil's getting them in, Denise. I've missed something, so I'll need to read back afterwards. So just pop the lid back on. You can tell it's a quality product when you get a seal like this. What I would say to you is if you're going to try any of the chalk paste, just get 2 colours. You really need 2. Or if your name's Di Sawyer, I think I made you buy about 12, or encouraged you. So let me just show you this now. Let me get a bare one. Where did I put them? Where did it all go here? So that is the Bear. Oh, I've just stuck my finger in that. That is the Bear Craft. The Bear Greyboard even. And that now, look, apart from that bit of glitter I've just dropped on it, is pure chalky finish. I'm trying to get it as close as I can. So you can see the finish. It looks amazing. Oops. It's a pure, flat, matte chalk finish paste that we've actually used as a paint rather than a paste. And this one's not quite dry yet, but I'm going to show it you. I'll just get that bit out of the antenna. I'm going to show you how quickly that dries. You can see where it's just a little bit damp still in the middle, but look at these colours together. Oh, look at these colours together. That's just class. So I'm going to let them dry properly. So we've gone from that to that with just a couple of strokes of the chalk paste. Amazing. Now, I would have used it on a stencil as well tonight, but a stencil won't work on the project we're doing tonight. When I say the project that we're doing, obviously I mean the projects that I'm doing. And I'm reusing the kitchen roll as much as I can. Just because it just sits there doing nothing. I'm just moving my bits out the way. People are asking if you can buy wax tips. They're on the way. They've been on the way. The replacement tips have been on the way for months. Months and months and months. And they are in customs, but they've been in customs for ages. Ages and ages and ages. It's Brexit. Thank Brexit. Right, so we're now going to come to the back part of this card, the topper. So this is the top layer, and we're going to start as soon as they're in. I will let you know. Let me just get a drink. There we go. And then we're going to use the daisy stamp for this. And I'm going to do this freehand. So you're not really going to see a lot of this because the flowers are going to take up a lot of space here. But I am going to stamp randomly everywhere. I'm going to keep it on the track carrier sheet. I need another bit of kitchen roll. Hang on, because it's a bigger piece than I thought. It's definitely too hot to be sat in the garden. I did try it earlier and lasted about 10 minutes. Here we go. So we're now going to stamp with the ground espresso, and it's literally going to be, you know, I love the ground espresso. It's a proper dark brown. I'm just going to make sure that the butterflies are the right way up, because this one does have butterflies in it. Move my bits out of the way doing this weather. Let me just quickly flick to Facebook. I need some new ends for your pickup tools because they've you snapped the end off. Oh, you can warm them up. You can't, if you've snapped the end off your tool, it shouldn't really make any difference as long as you've still got wax there. But you can warm these up very slightly with your heat gun and mould them again. As soon as they arrive, the tips, I will let you know. Bit of dry brushing with the paste would look fantastic too. Absolutely, Teresa. So on a canvas, for example, on a canvas, you can go around the edge of your canvas, or you can dry brush over the top of your embellishments. So if you've used any air dry clay to make embellishments, for example, you can dry brush the chalk finish on top of them. It's just one of those products that's absolutely fabulous. It does so many things. Right, so let's get some of this stamping done. I'm just going to make myself some space because I'm taking over the whole desk. So let's see which part I want. I don't really want any butterflies in. So let's see if I can just use the top part. Yeah, that will work fine. Thank you very much. So remember this, the Vintage Daisies does have the lines in for the journal page. So I'm turning it on its side like I always do. And I'm going to try and keep it somewhat straight. Doesn't matter if it's a bit wobbly. And I'm going to wet this so it doesn't need to be perfect. I know words you keep hearing me say that you never thought I'd say. So I'm not worrying about any overlap. I'm just trying to avoid butterflies. That is my finger creaking on the stamp, it's not me. Just so you know. And the last bit, luckily you're not going to see that bit. So that's the Vintage Daisies, and I'm going to wet that now. Clean the stamp. I'm just going to bring that butterfly in and show you, look. You can see where the colours are going with this, look. Look at that colour scheme already. That's just gorgeous. And if you're not into browns, you can recreate this card in any colour, any colours you like. Yeah, I love this stamp as well. I love all the big backgrounds. I use them ever such a lot. Put that on there. There we go. So now I've mastered the multi-streaming. Should I do that on a Saturday as well? I'll ask you lot first. So the Facebook Live that I do every Saturday, should we just multi-stream every time? Especially now I can see the comments. I just need to keep flicking between the two. So it's no hassle to me really. I just don't want people to think I'm not replying to you. Oops, wrong button. Love the brown. Yeah, I absolutely love the brown colours. Click on the video settings wheel show. Yeah, that's right. Turn off the subtitles. Your bits do get overheated. I'm absolutely roasting in here. I love shabby chic and vintage as well, you know I do. It's my thing. Yes, do it. Right, I'll do that then. The flowers would look lovely in black. Ah, now it's funny you say that, Emma. Because when I was prepping this card earlier, I very nearly used the hot chocolate luster card. So that is the hot chocolate luster card. And it does go very nicely with this colour palette. But because I want to put gold on it rather than bronze, I opted for plain card. So Emma's just saying on YouTube, everybody, that the hot chocolate, there you go, hot chocolate. The hot chocolate luster card would work with this colour scheme. And I'll tell you something else that would work with this colour scheme. I'm just going to show you because all my card is on shelves at the side of me so I can reach it. So brown tones and pink always look lovely together as well. It's kind of like strawberry and chocolate. So brown tones, and that's the rose petal luster card. Talking of luster card, if you haven't yet got the antique gold, the limited edition antique gold, we've only got about 12 packs of this left. So if you haven't got the antique gold, you need to get it sharpish because it's a limited edition and I probably won't restock it. So that's the two other golds. So new gold, pale gold, and that is a limited edition antique gold. But I know there's not much left because they told me. Right, so let's just get some water on this. I don't want loads. He says. I just want it to bleed a little bit. And then we're going to pop that to one side. So I've wet it. And I'm just going to pop it to one side. Oops. Dry. And then while we're doing that, I'm also going to brayer the ground espresso over the embossed piece of card. Or I am when I find my brayer. Not a lot because I'm going to wet this as well. Sorry for the banging. That's me just putting the ink on the brayer. Now you wouldn't have to do this, it's just personal preference. I want the brown watery effect in the background. And this is obviously my mucky brayer. That's my mucky brayer, where I've just let stuff dry on it, and it actually adds a little bit of texture when you're working. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. And I'm going to wet this as well and let the ink run a little bit. I should have filled this up before I started. So I'm just working on pure white cardstock. This is not watercolour card. Can you see how lovely that looks? Oh, that just looks fabulous. It looks marvellous. And I'm just making a space to put this down. I'm just going to move that out of the way. I'll show you a little close-up before I move it. And then I'm just going to leave that to dry for as long as I can, naturally. And whilst we are waiting, we are going to start using the Foundry Wax. So, Foundry Wax. Oh, that's the silver I've left there. And it's actually the gilded I want, which is the gold colour. So the gold is called gilded. Apparently these are the only 4 colours they're doing as well. So there won't be any more colours added to this collection, Tim says. Sorry everybody, let me get a drink. Because you don't particularly need other colours. You can't listen to my voice, hang on a minute. There we go. Swallowed a frog. Tim was saying that you can use this, you can change the colours slightly with some of the other distress products, which is why it's part of the distress range. But you'll need to watch his video there, on Tim's video on his YouTube channel, to see what he did with this. But we're going to literally use the gilded. So there are only 4 of these, two packs of 2. And you need to shake it up. And I'm going to take all my coloured flowers. Because I'll just do this all in one go because it's easier. So I'm putting my white ones at the side, taking the coloured ones. I can't get them all on the mat. Imagine that. Imagine that. And then the last one on there. I'll put it down here. Right, so you need to shake this to activate it. I'm just see what everybody's saying on Facebook while I'm just doing this. What you ordered, the Foundry Wax. Phill, are you going to the NEC in November? Oh, I'm not, Jeanette. I'm not. But I can't even do Ali Pali next year because I'll be in Antigua. Hoping to come to the shop next weekend. Yeah, of course you can bring your dogs in, David. Of course you can bring the dogs in. If Alfie's there, she's probably got Ozzy with her. So you do need to shake this to activate it. So apologies if I'm sending you dizzy. I'll do it to the side. So I'm not sending you wappy. So I think that's probably enough. Now I am going to pop on my rubber glove. I promise you I will read the comments from both places later on, or in the morning, because I can't keep up with both places, but I'm trying to. So I'm putting a glove on because I'm going to use my finger with this. So you can, I wonder if I should show you brushing first. I'm going to put the glove on anyway. What Tim was saying is, if you can use these on your craft sheets, so hopefully you'll be able to see where I put a little bit just there, on your glass mats, because you can clean them off. If you get any staining on there, just use your alcohol gel or any alcohol product, and it will take any staining off. So I'm going to put a little bit on here, and I'm going to dry brush the tips of this. I'm going to find my oak brush. So what kind of brush can you use on this? Any. You can use any brush on it really. I'm using this one because if I turn that up, you can see that it's one that I've used in paints and all sorts of things. So the bristles are a little bit dry and scratchy. So this is an old brush, and I want Caroline. I want the scratchiness. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to gild the tips of these. I don't need to. I will do that one. But as soon as this gets air to it, it changes the consistency. So I'm going to put quite a bit on there, and start doing this on the tips of these. So already look, it's starting to dry. As soon as I put this on the edges. I'm going to show you. I've got to work really quick with this because I've got so many flowers to do. And unlike normal gilding wax that you wouldn't activate with heat, let me try and show you. So can you see that that's like regular gilding wax? So you've still got a pearlescent sheen, but when I heat emboss that, it will absolutely shine like molten metal. So I'm working quickly now. So forgive me, but I'm gonna rush to do all these tips because I want to do more to them. I didn't want to do this ahead of time because this is the best way to learn, is to watch what I do. And there's no point doing a Facebook, YouTube live if you're not going to learn anything. You can see just how little I've used there, and it's still going strong. The longer it's out in the open, the quicker it starts to dry. It changes consistency, so eventually it's doing it there, look. Eventually it will turn to a powder and just disintegrate, evaporate. Once you've got it on your project, it will stay there until you're ready to heat it. So wherever you're putting this, if you're putting it on, I don't know, a resin mold embellishment, you can do them all in one go and then heat it all in one go. Once it's on the surface, it's fine. I'm not looking at your comments just yet, but I will in a minute. So unlike embossing powder, because you might think, well, I can do that with embossing powder. You actually can't, because we're gonna do splats on these as well. So can you see? Look, if I just tip that, you can see where it's starting to. You've got texture there. It's starting to dry. So where I put it on heavy, it stays on heavy. I could even flick this on if I wanted to. Oops, that was a bit too much there, Phil. I know this takes forever. I'm halfway through. But there was absolutely no point doing this ahead of time. I wanted you to see it. And again, it's starting to dry, so I need to put a little bit more on. But I'm putting a tiny bit on at a time. And I put one glove on and not the other. It's just too hot. It's too hot. Mine's a bit too sweaty. I said it while he's busy. What have I missed? What have I missed, Bev? I'll be looking back. So Bev just said something on YouTube, everybody, so, and I've missed it, so I need to go back and look in a minute. So if you just wanted to dry brush this, you absolutely can do that as well. So on an embossing folder, absolutely just get your finger, rub it over like you would do normal gilding wax, and then you can leave it as it is, or you can heat it as well. So by heating it, what it does is it activates all the product, whatever it is they've made it with, and it turns into a proper shiny surface. And I've literally hardly used any out of this pot, which is good because it's only one card. Working my way through. And I'm even using the dry bits. I'm going to show you something as well in a minute, because you can see where it started to dry, and it looks like crumbs, and that's because it's been in the air too long on there. Nearly done, nearly done. Don't fall asleep while I'm doing this bit. got a couple more to do. So the one I'm using is gilded, which is the gold. And it's only because I want gold. I just think that the chocolate tones, the brown tones look nice with gold. So at the minute this looks very vintage because it dries almost like an antique finish. Oh, I've only got a couple left to do. And the good thing about this product as well is I can leave these as long as I want. So I could leave these till next week and then activate the product with my heat gun. Oops. Now you know why I put a glove on. So you can even do loads and loads. You can spend a day doing loads of embossing folders, for example, and then rub the gilding, the Foundry Wax over the top. It's not a gilding wax. Tim was saying that, I know I keep saying Tim said, but he did. That the traditional gilding wax is made from beeswax, or some of them even have solvent in them, which is why the solvent evaporates and they go hard and you can't really revive them properly. These are never going to go hard, so everything you can do with a gilding wax you can do with this product. So job done. So I'm going to pop that back in my, oh no I'm not, did I get that wet? Oh bugger, I did. Oh, that's a bit of a nuisance. I've just literally dipped the tip of my brush in my jar of water at the side, but I want to add some texture to these butterflies. So I'm coming back to the chalk butterflies. So the chalk paste butterflies, let me just show you these now because these are 100% dry. Look at that. It's almost like, I don't even know how to explain that. It's almost like they've been, I don't even know. They just look bloody awesome. So I'm now going to do some dabbing. I'm going to try and get a little bit more texture on with these. So I'm not covering the whole thing. I'll just do bits. So these butterflies that I'm doing now, I've actually got watered down because I dipped the brush in the water. So let's just do some random on this one. That will do nicely. And now I'm done with that. I will, I promise you I will read all the comments later. So I'm going to pop the lid back on. And then we're going to get the heat gun. I'm just going to clean that up. And if I get it on my lovely grey mat, I'll be mad. So you can actually see, I don't know whether you can see that, that's actually reactivated with water, look. So if I wanted to, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. If I get it in places I don't want it, so be it. I just don't want to get it on my clothes. So I'm just doing a few little flicks. You can't really see them. I'll bring it in and show you. It's a good job. It does clean with soapy water because I've got it up my screen and everywhere. So let's just try and get a few more little flicks on. Trying not to waste it. I think I've absolutely used as much of that as I'm going to be able to use. So I've not wasted any of that. That reminds me of a song that Shirley Bassey sang. Now you know why I put a glove on. Because I don't want a gold finger. So let's just wipe that up. I'll get a clean wipe because that's not clean. Just going to wipe it off the rest of my mat. So I'm going to bring this in so you can see what this looks like before it's heated up. So you can see what that looks like. So if I show you, can you see this one here where I've just flicked that splat on? So that splat there is really watered down where I was cleaning my mat. And the effect you get if you don't do anything else to that, if you don't do anything to it, if you don't heat it, you'll still get that lovely texture. Let me bring it in and show you. So you'll still get that lovely texture and that lovely metallic finish. Can you see how textured that is? There you go. It's almost like it's been gold foiled at the edges but with texture. But we are now going to heat activate this. So I'm going to unplug my phone so if the camera wobbles a second. I'm laughing at Denise on YouTube. Denise has just said on YouTube, look at you pretending you've got clothes on. I've got a shirt on, I promise you. That might be it, but I have got a shirt on. Goldfinger, that's the one. Fabulous flicking action, Helen. I know you're right. Splattermaster. There's not many on it really, but there's plenty up my screen and up my desk. So I'm just going to unplug my phone because I need to plug my heat tool in. And I'm actually using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm using 9 sockets already, so I haven't got a spare one. So if the camera wobbles a second, you know why. So I'm just unplugging my phone from the charger and plugging my heat tool in. Oops. And now we are cooking on gas. I'm going to put it the other way. Well, we're not. We're cooking on heat tool. Well, I hope you're enjoying this because it's something a little bit different. I like it when we do something a little bit different to the norm. So we've had a completely different style of card, and we've had new products as well. So I'm just going to show you this one before I heat it up. I'll just get my tweezers because I don't want to melt anything. So I'm just going to show you this one before I heat it up because that looks quite gold. In fact, it looks fabulous as it is, I've got to say. But I'm now going to heat this up and I'm just going to do it over the other side and get my pokey tool. So I'm just putting the heat gun on. No, Bev, I did miss the comment, but I promise you I will look back later. So get ready for it on Messenger, lady. Oh, I need to show you this. I'm sorry, everybody, I need to show you this. So, are you ready for this? Is everybody ready for this? Right. So this is how quickly this amazing product reacts to the heat gun. In fact, I'm going to do it on slow. So you can see the one that I've just done already. Look, the one at the top of your screen is the one that I've just heated up. Are you ready? Oh, this is amazing. Tim, if you're watching or you get to hear, that is absolutely amazing. I love this product. Even the watered down splatty bits. Oh, that's just fabulous. I need to show you. I need you to see the difference once you've applied the heat. Because I don't want you to buy this and not know what it looks like done. So that is it before heating, and that is it after. Can you... Oh, it's just amazing. I can't wait for you to all get this home and have a go with it. So the bottom one is the one preheat, so it still looks fabulous. So if you wanted to leave it dull, it still looks pearlescent and gold. But the top one, I'm bringing that in as close as I can possibly get it. There you go. Oh, where are you, Phil? So the top one actually looks like metal. The dark brown one looks like metal. Is that not just? Even that splat is proper metal-like. It's amazing. It's amazing. Everybody needs this. If you're my kind of crafter and you like your shabby chic and the vintage and stuff like that, you need these Foundry Waxes in your life. So I'm quickly going to do the others now. I'll do another one so you can see it go. And I'm heating it from above. I'm not messing about with underneath. I'm doing it on the slow heat. It's amazing. I'm trying... Oh, sorry, I've just knocked the camera. That is absolutely amazing. I love this product. It's second level. This is a whole new level. So well done, Mr. 10. I love it. I'm going to change it to quick so I can get them done. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can't even achieve these effects with embossing powder. I'm going to do these quicker now. I just need to move some of these out of the way so I can get to the others. Oh, and before I forget to tell you, you can go over it again with another colour. So if we wanted to do silver on top of that gold, we could go in with the sterling, or we could go in with the bronze, the statue, or we could go in with the mind and create another look. You can actually mix two colours on your mats. So you could mix two colours together and then apply it for a different look again. Oh my word. Wait till I show you this. That's just amazing. Can you tell I like this stuff? Oops. We are nearly there. Oh, sorry, butterfly. I just pinned my little butterfly away. Where are we? Is that them all? That's them all. That's them all. Right. Just bear with me. I'm going to bring these in and show you. I'm just going to plug my phone back in because we don't want the phone cutting out while we're recording. Just let's pop that underneath a mat, and the same with that one. Sorry everybody. They are, yeah, Karen's put these on with £2. A brand new product with a discount. What's that all about? So these are the backgrounds, look. So I'm just gonna wet these again from the back so I can flatten them. Yeah, they've got, I think she's took £2 off, I think, or something. I can't remember. She did ask me if she could do them with an introductory offer, and I said yes. So they are a bit cheaper on the website. I'm just trying to find some space to put these bits of card. That's one. Bear with me, I've not left you. I'm just squashing bits of card down. Right. Right, are you ready? So that is the, I'll show you this one. That's the Foundry Wax look onto the chalk paste. I mean, that's just it. So if you were to do this with embossing powder, you wouldn't get that kind of texture. And I only used these scraps to do these, if you remember. So I used the bit that was left over at the end. And I'm just going to show you the edge of these flowers. I'll show you this one. Where are we? I'm hoping you can see the dimension I've got there. It looks like molten metal has been dripped. They've been dipped into it. Is that not fabulous? Isn't that just absolutely stunning? Right, I've oohed and ahed about that for long enough, so let's get this card put together. I'm just seeing what everybody's saying on Facebook. Can you use with stencils? Posh porn. Will it pass the porn shop test? Oh, you lot are so funny. So funny. Debbie's asking me if you can use this with stencils. So because the Foundry Wax is it this that you're asking me about? Sorry, Debbie on Facebook is asking me whether you can use the Foundry Wax through stencils. It's too liquid to use on its own, but you absolutely can stipple it. So you could use a stippling brush and stipple it through a stencil design and then heat it up afterwards. Yeah, so stipple it through a stencil. Just make sure you've got some alcohol gel or something to clean your stencil with, because Mylar does stain. So don't panic if your Mylar of your stencil does stain. But yeah, stipple it through a stencil, let it dry and heat it up. The thicker you get it on, can you imagine? Oh, you've got my brain going there. You've got my brain going. So can you imagine if we'd have done this stencil here with the cocoa chalk paste or the other one, stenciled that through and then dripped some of that Foundry Wax onto some of the raised area. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do that tomorrow and show you what it looks like. So if we did just dripped some of that, you can even drip it straight from the bottle onto some of the brown butterflies, it would look amazing. Right, come on Phil, you've got work to do. Stop oohing and ahhing. Stop oohing and ahhing. So I'm quickly just going to, I'm going to get a drink and I'm going to shape these flowers. And I've just had a notification pop up on my screen on the computer telling me that I'm doing a Facebook Live. Look at Avril. I can't repeat what you've said, Avril, because they'll block me from. They'll mute it on. They'll mute it on YouTube. Oh, yeah. That's all right, Grace. Don't panic. Could you stand with them? I don't know, Bev. It didn't say anything about that. We all left you, Mr. M, and went shopping. That's all right. I don't mind. Right, so I'm quickly going to shape these. So I'll just go back. It's quicker for me to do it back. So I've left the daisies completely white. So the daisies that are going on top are going to be completely white. We have got a card to finish. Oh my God, it's 8:30. Oh my God. Mind you, I'm having a whale of a time. I'm absolutely loving this. Loving it. Oh, look at this. It's just a whole new... It's amazing. Amazing. And now I've got all my flowers mixed up, so I've got to try and remember what I did. Don't forget to get the antique gold cardstock, because I know it's not going to last. And it was an error. I ordered it in error. It's not a standard colour that they keep in stock. Right, so that one. So I'm just quickly shaping these. I'm just doing it with my finger just to save a bit of time. I'm just going to show you, look, as well. So if I just show you, look, where I've bent that. Can you see where I've bent this flower? It hasn't even pinged off or flicked off. Amazing. Amazing. That's that. I wished I'd put some more on that butterfly now. So just bear with me while is it hard on the end now, Mr. M? What kind of question is that, Bev? Oh, I'm too excited. I'm delirious now. Oh, you mean that, Bev? Yes, it is. It is, yeah. So if I stick my finger, if I'm digging my nail in like I am now, look, it's not really, oh, I've just broke it. Oh, no, it's not actually doing anything to it. Let me show you, look. I mean, obviously you're not going to stick your nail in it like I just did, but yeah, it's quite flexible. If anybody's watching me for the first time, I apologise, but these lot, particularly that Bev Dale, lead me astray. Honestly, I am a professional. Oh, that's fabulous. That is amazing. Right, let me just get these flowers put together. Can anybody remember how many flowers I should have? 9, I think. I've still got the sentiment to do as well. That belongs on that. And these should be separate. So 1, 2, 3. I've gone wrong somewhere. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it should be 2 little ones. Where have I gone astray? It's that one. No, that's right. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, everybody. bear with me. I did have a plan, honestly I did. Brown, that's it, and then they should be like that, and then that should be separate. Right, so I'm quickly just going to shape these together when I find my foam mat. So that one needs to go in the middle of there, I think. Shaping tool. I'm just shaping these together really quickly. I would normally spend more time, as you know, but we ain't got time. Well, we have. I could do that all night. I mean, I've not even scratched the surface of what you can do with that product. I've just shown you the way that we would use it, or the way I would use it. This is what I would probably do the most. And you know, I like to do canvases now and again. And one missing. Where is it? That's it. I knew I was wrong. And I've got a little daisy, and the daisy I'm not, so the dotted daisies, look, the reason I've left these plain white is just to break up all the lavishness of the chocolate and cream, and to give it a lovely white centre. Let me show you this flower. Oh, I'll put the gem in first. I'll be up all night. 43 cards to finish. When for? Tomorrow, Bev. Crikey. Oops. Look at that. Isn't that just stunning? Right. Let me get these done. I'm speed crafting now. It's like watching me on the telly. What do you mean I've only got 5 minutes left? They look lovely. Next. What did you think of the Foundry Wax then? I'm really impressed. Oh, nearly. Now that would have annoyed me. But that's fab, Cara. Two birds, one stone. See, that's what you could have been doing, Bev. Oops. You could have been crafting while you were watching. So while I'm just doing this, I'll remind everybody, please like and subscribe. And also remember, you can find me as well, Phill Martin, on Facebook. You follow Sentimentally Yours. You can find me on Twitter if you do Twitter, using that name, which is mine obviously, Phill M Martin. Remember, it's 2 L's. You can also find me on Instagram using the same name as my Twitter name, Phill M. Martin. And the website is that, bunnypopcrafts.co.uk. My next shows on Create and Craft are on the 26th of August. So I think it's a Friday, I'm not sure. Friday the 26th of August, and I am only doing 2 hours. Oops. So make sure you get what you want whilst I'm on air, because I'm only doing the 2 hours. I'm not doing a 1 day special. I'm not doing any 1 day specials for a long while. I'm having a break from them because I'm just too busy, basically. So I just need another little daisy. And then I should have a couple left over to just have as spares. Tweezers. And I'll just pop the gems in these and then we'll start putting this card together. I've still got to stamp the sentiment, but that won't take as long. I wanted to spend the time really showing you from start to finish. So as soon as you pop that gold gem in, look, it brings it all together. Almost done. Oops. I'm glad I didn't do any of these ahead of time though, because I wanted you to see it live. And if I tell you the truth, that is only the second time I've used the Foundry Wax, because I only got mine yesterday. Yes, it's a Friday. What time are you on? I'm on at 12 and 5 on the 26th. I'm not going to use the individual flowers unless I need to. So let's make some space. So just remember, everybody, when you get your wax home, the longer it's in the air, the longer it's exposed to air, it will eventually evaporate and just turn into dust. But once it's on your card or your canvas or whatever, once it's on the actual surface that it's going to be left on, you can heat emboss it any time afterwards. It's just when you leave it on your mat in the open air, don't leave it too long. Sorry about that, I'm just knocking the place apart. Right, back to the card. Back to the card. Back to actually doing some work. Has the antique gold gone, Bev? You better get it ordered, because I know we've hardly got any left. So that's what the embossing folder looks like, which I love. That is still not 100% dry, so I'm going to leave it. And we're going to come back to the wax. So this is the background, look, where I've squirted all the water and blobbed it and everything. You have to trust me when I do stuff like this. You can still see the details in the background, even where it's been quite heavy. Look. And I'm going to use the Foundry Wax around the edge of that. I'm going to put that on a bit of card. I'm going to put another glove on. So this time we're using it in a different way. I'm just going to flick to Facebook so I can see what people are saying on there. Oops, flick to Facebook. Do we still get sneaky peeks though, Phill? Yeah, absolutely. So Diane's just asking me get on QVC, Phill. Nah. I'm quite happy. At the moment, I'm quite happy. Oops. So I am putting the glove on and making a pig's ear of it. Yes, so Diane's asking me on Facebook if I'm still going to do a sneaky peek, even though I'm not doing the shows as a one-day special. The shows are still going to be like a one-day special, so don't think you're getting away with me just going on with 2 new stamps or anything like that. It's still going to be proper stuff. And yes, I will still do the sneaky peek. So if I'm on the 26th, which is the Friday, when we have our YouTube / Facebook live on the Tuesday evening, I will do the sneaky peek then, but I'll tell you all that when we get nearer the time. So I'm going back to I'm just going to put a lovely gold edge around that. I'm going back to the Foundry Wax. I'm just going to pop a little bit. I'm not going to heat it this time. I'm going to leave it a little bit on my mat. So I'm just literally gilding the edge of this. Oh, do you know what? I am going to heat it. Why not? That's what it's for. That's what it's for. So I'm just showing you, look, if I go on there and make it really thick, can you see where I've just put that great big thick piece? Wait till you see that when it's been melted. You can also, and I'm going to do that as well in a minute, just trying not to waste any that I've already got out. I'm not going to, oh I am, sorry everybody, even though you're not going to see most of this. A little bit dry now. It's so warm in my room. This is drying quicker than it would do normally, I've got to say. So I've gone all the way around the edge. I'm not going to do the inside of the card, but I would do if I was doing this normally. So the bit that's left over on here, I'm just going to dab some bits. I'm just going to dab a few bits on. So almost like brushing a traditional gilding wax over the top. So it softens the card, and we're still getting that lovely pearly shimmer look. Glove off, straight in the bin. That's going in the bin. That's getting wiped up. And I'm going to quickly heat that up, even though I've unplugged the bloody heat. Because you want to be able to do more than one thing with a product. That's when it's better value for money. So I'll quickly go around the edge. It's fabulous. Fabulous. And that is the last time I'm using the heat gun, I promise. Oops, I've just banged the camera. Sorry everybody. I'm too giddy. Honestly, I know what I'm doing. Look at that lot. Oh, that's just too pretty. I'm literally just playing, but it does look fabulous, look. Right, let's get this card put together. So I was going to put this on foam tape, but I'm not now because this is just quicker. Everybody is now. Time's ticking on. I should have called it an all-nighter. We could have done an all-nighter. So I'm going to start at this end. That just looks amazing. That looks absolutely amazing. I'm just going to hold that down for a second. Can you see that? That's just fabulous. Right, so let's get the inside done. Make sure I'm on the right pieces. So what I would normally have done, because I've gone around the edge with the Foundry Wax on the front, I would normally have done it on the inside, but time's ticking and I want to get this done. I did say that this wasn't going to be my longest demo, but I think it's fast turning into my longest demo. But it shouldn't have. It's because we all got carried away with the Foundry Wax. So let's just flick back to Facebook. All nighters, that means we'd have to own up to spending a night with Mr. M. How about that? Spending a night with Mr. M. That's what we should call the... we should do an all-nighter. And I could advertise it as a night with Mr. M. That way. I'm trying not to rush this because I don't want to spoil it now we've spent all that time doing it. So when this card is finished, it will be glittered around there because it's too late for me to gild it now. So let's get on to the sentiment. So I'm just going to pop this over here to be just setting while we're doing the sentiment and what have you. So I'm going to use one of the border sentiments, and I'm going to use that lovely happy birthday that's in the Beautifulistic set. And I want this sentiment to be a little bit further out than I would do normally to allow for the space for the flower there. So I'm going to do my snipping first, so I know exactly where to finish my sentiment. And I am going to do this on the stamping platform. Because I'm using the ground espresso distress oxide, I know I'm going to need to go in twice. I better put the lid on that so it doesn't dry up. So, happy birthday. Hopefully it fits. That was lucky. So, happy birthday. I think that is one of mine, by the way, because it's black. Happy birthday towards the end. Oops. There we go. I wanted to put the magnet on the end. That's it. And ground espresso times 2. Right, so let's get this card cooking on, guys. I think ground espresso is my favourite brown from the Distress Oxides. I do also love, I think I've got a bit of glitter on that somewhere. I do also love brushed corduroy because it works nicely with craft card. Oh, that's just beautiful. Look at that font. Isn't that just beautiful? So that is from the Beautifulistic. Beautifulistic, I know it's a mouthful. Sentiments from the compendium. And again, the links are on the description for the live, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. I'm now gonna look at that. I'm just gonna let that dry for a second. So I'll stick that onto this piece of chocolate bliss. Little tip for you if you try to do this. So when you're putting a coloured layer behind a piece that you've snipped the end off, like I did there, just come a little bit further down than you would do normally. To allow for your scissors to get in. We are probably only 10 minutes away. We are only 10 minutes away, and then we'll announce the winners. So I'm just going to snip and snip. And we've now got a lovely. Let's come to the other extras. So I've got my Doodle fronds. I've got the flourishes. So what you'll notice is that all the flowers have been done with the chocolate bliss and the coffee bean, and I've introduced the warm stone within the extras with the extra elements. So I've got my leaves in white. I can't believe how long we've been, but it has been a lot of fun. So here we go. There's no glitter on this yet. When I take a proper photograph tomorrow, there will be glitter on it. Remember, at the very beginning of the hour, I told you wouldn't see much of this background by the time all the flowers have gone on, look. So you're not going to see a lot of this. So the first thing I'm going to do is pop on my sentiment. So I need to snip off some of that excess card. And the sentiment, I want it to just poke over the edge. Now if you were sending this card to somebody, hi Tracy, if you were sending this card to somebody, I've missed all the comments. I will look back later. If you were sending this to somebody, you would probably keep the tip of the sentiment within the edge of the card, but you know I don't send these to anybody. So I'm going to glue this on rather than raise it. I'm going to glue it because I want it to stay firm. I don't want a floppy one. So I'm going just a little bit over. Does that look central? It does now. Oh, look at that. That'll teach me a lesson, won't it? I've just wiped the glue off. It'll dry, don't panic. Don't worry, don't worry. It's nearly my bedtime. Alarm set for 9:15, 6:15. Crikey. So we've now got the sentiment floating as part of the card. And now we're going to stick the flowers on. So the flowers are going on next, starting with the big one, and all the foliage and the flourishes are going to be tucked in afterwards. So I'm putting quite a big chunk on there. So a little tip for you, because we took the time to create this second layer, we don't want to cover the whole lot of it up. So I'm taking the flowers just a little bit further out to what I would do normally. I'm just going to weigh that down while we're working. So I've taken the flowers just a little bit further out. So when I put the next size down on, look, when I come in, I'm not covering up all of the white layer. There's no point. You want to be able to see it. It just breaks up the brown tones. Let's get going. I am a flower missing. How have I done that? Oh, it's there. I never stuck it together. Well, I'll do it in a minute. I knew I should have 9 flowers, but I forgot I've missed one. Do you think I'll get away with? Yeah, let's do that. I'll get away with that. So the butterflies are going to be the very last thing that goes on. So the splendid swirls that we've done, I am going to snip those and make them smaller. So I've just pulled off the end bit of the flourish. And this is why I tend to put my flowers on first. Most of you will know that. And then I can lift them up, because I've used glue gel, and position everything where I want it now. So let's do this one first, because I know where it's going. So that is going about there. I'm doing this with wet glue as well, so that I can stick it down quicker. Come on, don't be naughty. And then the same at the top. So I don't want to cover the words up. I keep catching the end of conversations and reading not appropriate words. or reading them wrong. I'm just trying to get this more or less the same as the other one. So I've created like a double-sided embellishment with the splendid swirls, look. And then once that glue sets, the swirls will move. Let me show you. So once the glue sets, the swirls will move with the sentiment, look. Yeah. And then we're just going to tuck in our little bits of foliage. So little bits of the delicate fronds, or whatever they are, I forgot what they're called. So no glitter or anything on these are literally just plain. The white leaves may have glitter on when you see them next, but not just now. So we are breaking up the background look with the foliage, which is why I told you right at the beginning, trust me, trust me. I do tend to know what I'm doing sometimes. Sometimes. There we go. So just bear with me while I'm faffing. I know where I want them to go, you see, that's the problem. And because I'm using the glue gel, it does take a little bit longer. I am literally on the last bit. So for everybody who needs to get to bed, I'm nearly done, I promise you. I should have oh, there it is. I've got a right dab on. It's roasting in my room. Absolutely roasting. And I'm going to finish off with a couple of the little floaty fronds just to break up the white. Not floaty fronds. What are they called? I forgot. I'm delirious. Where do I want these? Let me just check where I said I wanted them. That's it. Almost done, and then I'll draw the winners for you. Hopefully you've not fallen asleep. And then the butterflies are going to sit on top. So I'm going to have, just be careful if you're going to have a go at this card, because I'm going to put the little flower there, but you need to make sure it's not too heavy once it's set, so that it doesn't, when your card's stood up, look, it doesn't push the sentiment back. And then these little butterflies are going to be sat. I want them on the, that's it. I want them actually on top of the flowers. Oops, something's just flicked on me. Oh, that's far too much glue for that one. and we're nearly done. So I've got greasy fingers now, which is not helping. This is why I like the glue gel, because when that sets, it will set properly. Right, I think we're done. I think we're done. So I'll bring this in and show you everything. It will have glitter on when you see the photograph on Facebook tomorrow, because I can't I can't not glitter this. So the leaves will have glitter on, and the background will have glitter on. And I may even, I'm just cleaning my hands, I may even do the Foundry Wax on the inside piece of this card, on the inner piece where the embossing folder is. Right, are you ready? I know I am, it must be. I think I've been up for hours. So here we go. So everywhere you see that is gold, the little butterfly look is just sitting on the top of the flower. Obviously it all needs to set still. So everywhere that's gold is with the Foundry Wax. So we've created this lovely card that opens like so. I can't leave it like this for too long because the glue gel's not set yet. Yeah, so you can see how that opens like that. Isn't that pretty? So the sentiment floats, these flourishes are floating, and eventually when this is all set properly, the butterflies won't fall off. So we've got the butterflies on. You see the butterfly just there? That lovely gold from the Foundry Wax, like molten metal. You can still see the daisy detail in the background. Yeah, even though I wet it through. And then on the inside, we've got the embossing folder, the classic flourish embossing folder, with the ground espresso just braid over it and then spritz with water. If I show you, it looks feathery because the water has bled out from the ink. And I suspect tomorrow I will go round with some Foundry Wax and do that, because it will bug me that it doesn't match the front. So that is, isn't that lovely? Completely different to what we've done as well already this week and last week. Fabulous. Absolutely love it. And it just shows you brown can be absolutely gorgeous. Right, so hopefully you like that. Now let's get some winners drawn, and then we can all get off and get a coffee, because I know I need one. So the winner of the set of my tweezers, oh, let me just get rid of that, from the YouTube comments is, so you're going to win a set of my tweezers that are worth $14.99. So you'll get all three. And what you need to do is you either need to send a message, send an inbox message on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page or on the Honeypot Crafts Facebook page. Oops, my butterflies fell off. Just telling me that you've won from the YouTube comments. And the winner is, I'm sorry, there's about 6,000 comments from it. So I'm just scrolling, see where it stops, and the winner is, scroll, Kathleen Adam. So Kathleen Adam, if you're still watching, congratulations, you've won a set of my tweezers, my precision tweezers. So send a message on the Honeypot Crafts or the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page telling me that you've won. I'm going to write your name down because I will forget if I don't. And then I'll forget who's won. So, YouTube is Kathleen Adam. And then I need another little scrap of card. Can you believe I'm looking for scraps of card? So congratulations to Kathleen. You've won those. And then over to Facebook, where I can't believe you're all still watching, but you are fabulous. The winner of the Poke Tools and Pickup Tools duo, so all 4 sets worth 12 quid, is... I'm scrolling. Scrolling. There's quite a lot of comments. So thank you everybody for staying for both places as well. I think it's been fab. I know it feels like I'm ignoring one or the other, but I promise you I'm not. I'm looking at both. So the winner of the Poke Tool and Pickup Tool is Pamela Perkins. So congratulations, Pamela. You have won my Poke Tool duo and my Pickup Tool duo. So if you can just send a message to the Sentimentally Yours or the Honeypot Crafts Facebook page with your address, and we will get those posted off to you as soon as possible. So thank you everybody. I hope you've enjoyed that. We've done something different style. Looks fabulous in the brown tones, the chocolate and the warm stone and the coffee bean. Yeah. And we've used the Foundry Wax, we've used the chalk paste, which are my favourite thing as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed that and learned something along the way. So thank you very much everybody for staying and watching on whichever platform you've watched on. I really appreciate it. We will be back on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Saturday at 1 o'clock, and I will multi-stream again, so you'll see me on both platforms. So remember, all the products are available, if they're still stock, on the website honeypotcrafts.co.uk. Please make sure you've shared the live for me, whether it's from Facebook or on YouTube, and you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, or you've followed the Sentimentally, or you've liked the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. Remember, we do have our lovely Facebook group, which is a private group. It's closed to the public, so you do need to ask to join. So if you haven't already found us, just search on Facebook for Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours and ask to join the group. You do need to accept the rules, otherwise I won't allow you in. And that's it. So I'm now losing my voice because I've never stopped talking for 2 hours. So thank you so much everybody. I will take a proper photo of this once it's finished in the morning, once it's all set and everything and I've finished gilding the inside. So have a lovely rest of the evening. Thank you everybody. Bye.